Hi, it's Agnes, and this is a YouTube for Serena Biasi. Serena, you sent me an email back in April, and it said, I just had a bit of an awakening reading more about Abdullah and Neville mentoring. Can you talk a bit more about this when you have a chance? I'm fascinated and looking forward to you coming back to Australia. Back in Oz in September, Serena. So, as for your wonderful question, there is quite a few, I will put down in the description, YouTubes that where Neville specifically talks about Abdullah. But in 1933 is when Neville refers to the work that he did with Abdullah. And Abdullah actually gave him a persistence affirmation. And this is how it goes. I did it, I am doing it, and I will continue to do it until that which I have done is perfectly externalized within my world. Now, somebody has done a fabulous job. It's called Neville and the Law. They're actually a YouTube channel on YouTube of doing a 10-minute loop in Neville's voice of this affirmation over and over and over. And it's really wonderful. So I will put the link to that down below. And also I want to say that the whole situation where Neville goes to Abdullah and tells him, I mean, this is one of the most famous ones, where Neville says, I want to go to Barbados. And Abdullah says to him, you are in Barbados. And he makes it really clear to Neville, you fall asleep in Barbados and you look back at New York where you are and you imagine that you are there. Now, the story goes on that Neville goes to Barbados and he travels first class because that's what he wanted. But at points along the way, Neville went to talk to Abdullah about it, about to say to him, look, nothing's happened. And Abdullah basically slammed the door in his face because if something is done, Abdullah didn't want to talk about it. It is done, so there's no point in having any conversation. So they had an interesting relationship, and, you know, Neville was a Christian and Abdullah was a Jew. So it was really interesting how Neville makes the comment that he had taught Neville more about Christianity than anybody ever had, and he wasn't even a Christian. So it is a fantastic story about their relationship, and I will put down below the bits and pieces that I think are the most interesting about Neville and Abdullah and their journey together since Abdullah was Neville's mentor. And I hope you enjoy the YouTubes because it is so nice to hear a bit of background information from the man that has taught us so much and left so much behind for people to improve their lives. So Selene, thank you for asking about this because it is a really interesting part of Neville's journey and it is a wonderful behind the scenes and it really endears you to Neville and who he was. And God bless that man because what he has left behind has been invaluable to so many since he passed away in the 1970s. So lots of love and I hope you enjoy it. I got to work out how to turn this off.